Now I am going to explain the course content. First section is basics of Python. In this section, we are going to discuss about fundamentals of Python. This section is for absolute beginners in the Python. Second section is data analysis with pandas. Pandas is a Python library created for data analysis. We are going to use pandas for do essential calculations. In the third section, we are building the strategy plan with pseudocodes. Fourth section is algorithmic trading with Python Binance library. In this section, we are building functions of our trading bot. Fifth section is assembling the trading bot. In this section, we are putting all the functions together and build the bot. Sixth section is about multiprocessing. In this section, we are upgrading our bot to trade multiple currency pairs simultaneously. Final part is running the bot in a server. In this part, we are creating a DigitalOcean server, then upload our bot into that server and run it continuously. By running it continuously, you can get a passive income. Hello guys, welcome to the first section of the course. In this section, I will teach you the basics of the Python. If you are already familiar with the Python, you can skip the first section and start with next section. In this video, I will teach you how to install Python and PyCharm in your computer. First, go to the python.org downloads, then click download Python 3.11. Now select add python.exe to the path and click customize installation. Then again click next. Then click install to install Python. Since I have already installed Python, I am not going to install Python at this time. Now go to Google. Then search here PyCharm. Click download PyCharm. This PyCharm professional version is a paid version, but we can use PyCharm community version for free. So download the community version. Now click next. Select the installation folder. Next, create desktop shortcut. Select admin folder to the path. Click next, then install. Now click finish. Now I am going to open the PyCharm. Now click new project to start a new project. Now you can give any name here. I am giving Python basics. Now select these things and delete them. We do not need them. Okay, now we have successfully installed the PyCharm. In the next video, I will explain the basics of Python. In this video, I am talking about the print function. Let's begin with printing hello world. So the command is print within parentheses the statement. I am typing hello world. Now let's run the program. Now you can see the output hello world. Now suppose we want to print a variable. So I am creating a variable called name equal to John. Now I want to print this variable. So I am going to type within parentheses name of the variable. Now let us run this program. Now you can see the value of variable is printed. Now assume we want to print a statement plus variable. As an example, we are going to print hello John. So I am typing here hello, comma, name of the variable. Now you can see the statement plus value of the variable has been printed. Now I am creating another variable called age equals 23. Now I want to print hello John, you are 23 years old. So I am going to type Now let's run this command. Now you can see the output is hello John, you are 23 years old. Now I am going to do the exact same thing using format function. For that, and type again print within commas hello. Now I am putting curly braces to the locations of variables hello, you are, again curly braces for the age, yes, old. Now outside the quotation marks, put a dot, then type format within parentheses variables in the order. In this case, name and age. Name, comma, age. Now I am running this command. So now you can see exact same result. Now let us try a fifth string. Again I am typing print, then type a f, then within quotation marks the statement. Hello. Now we can type the names of variable within the curly braces. Name, you are, within the curly braces age, now I am going to run the command. Now you can see exact same result has been produced. Here I have to put a space. Now you have to remember this command because we are going to use this command in the future videos. In this video, I am going to teach you about variables. We use variables to store values. When we are storing a value in a variable, there are three parts. First, name of the variable, then the equal sign or assignment operator, then the value. In Python, there are two rules for naming variables. First, we can use only numbers, letters, and underscores in a variable name. We cannot use spaces or special characters in a variable name. Let us try some examples. I am creating a variable called my variable $i equals to 5. Now you can see it gives a syntax error because it contains a special character $sign. Now I will remove the $sign. Now we can create the variable. Again I am creating another variable called my space variable. Again it gives an error because we cannot keep spaces in the variable name. I can add the underscore instead of spaces. Now I can run the program without errors. The second rule is we cannot add numbers at the beginning of variable. Let us try some example. I am creating a variable called to my variable. Now you can see again it gives an error because we cannot use numbers in front of the variable. Instead we can use numbers at the end or middle in the variable. Now I can run the program without any errors. Now let us talk about data types. There are four main data types in Python. They are string, integers, floats and booleans. To assign a string value to a variable, we have to use double quotation or single quotation marks. I am creating a variable x equals within double quotation marks 30. Now I will type print type x. Now you can see the data type is string. Now I will remove this quotation marks. Now this value is stored as an integer value. You can see the data type is integer. Integers are basically numbers without decimals. Now let us convert this into a float by adding a decimal place. Now you can see data type is float. The last main data type is booleans. It contains either true or false values. I am giving value true. Remember the T is capital in Python. Now you can see the data type is boolean. Again we can assign false value also. Remember first letter is capital in boolean data types. Now let us see about interconversion between data types. We can use int function for converting a value into integer data type. So let us try converting string values into integer values. I am typing 432 in string data type. Now you can see the data type is integer. Again I am typing print x. Now you can see the value of x. It is 432 in integer value. Now let us try converting a float value. Now you can see the data type is integer. Now let us add multiple decimal values. You can see all the decimal values are ignored. Now let us try converting a value into float value. For that I am using float function. Within the parentheses I have to give the value. Now you can see the data type is float. All the decimal places are preserved. Now I am giving the integer value by removing decimal places. Now you can see the data type is float and the value is 543.0. Now I am giving a string value. Now you can see data type is float. Now let us use str function to convert the value into a string value. Now you can see data type is str and value is 543. It is not an integer, it is a string value. Now I am giving a float value. You can see data type is str. Now I am giving integer value. Now again you can see data type is str. Finally, in this variable lesson, we have to learn assignment of multiple values into variables simultaneously. I am going to create 3 variables called A, B and C, then assign values 1, 2 and 3 into these variables simultaneously. For that, syntax is A, comma, B, comma, C equals 1, 2 and 3. This will assign 1 into the A, 2 into the B and 3 into the C. Let us print the values. Now you can see 3 values are assigned simultaneously.
Now let's talk about arithmetic operators. First arithmetic operator is addition. Let's create a variable called A equals 3, B equals 10. Now I want to add A with B, so the command is A plus B. You can see answer is 13. Now I want to subtract A from B. So I am typing B minus 8. Now you can see the answer is 7. Now I want to multiply B with A. I am adding the star sign. Now you can see answer is 30. Now I want to divide B with A, so the sign for division is slash. Now you can see the answer is 3.33 and this is a float value, not an integer. If you want to get integer, you have to use 2 slashes instead of 1 slash. Now you can see the answer is in integer values. If you want to get the remainder, you have to use percentage sign. Then use the modulus. In this case, remainder is 1. We can use 2 star signs to indicate the power. Now this means b to the power a, that is 10 to the power 3. Now I will run this one. Now you can see 10 to the power 3 is 1000. Now let's talk about comparison operators. These operators compare two values and give output in true or false values. First one is equal to operator. This operator compares two values and check whether they are equal or not. Let us try some example. I am checking 2 equal to 3. In this case, this operator compares whether first value is equal to the second or not. Now you can see it gives a false because 2 does not equal to the 3. Now let us try another example. Next time I am typing 20 equal to 20. Now the both values are equal. Then the output will be true. Next comparison operator is not equal to sign. This operator gives true when two values are not equal. In this case, 20 equals to 20. This gives false. You can see the output is false. It gives true when the two values are not equal. Now the next operator is greater than. This condition gives true when first value is greater than second value. Next operator is less than operator. It gives true when the first value is less than the second value. Let us try some example. In this case, 3 is less than 20. Now we can get true output. Now if I increase first value than the second value, it gives false. Now you can see output is false. Next operator is greater than or equal. It gives true when the first value is greater than or equal to the second value. Now let us try example. Now the both values are equal. It will give true. Again I will increase the first value than second value. Again you can see output is true. Next operator is less than or equal. It gives true when the first value is less than or equal to the second value. Now the both values are equal. It will give true. Now I will decrease the first value than second value. Now you can see it gives true. Now let us talk about Boolean operators. There are three main Boolean operators. They are AND, OR, and NOT. First, let us begin with AND operator. AND operator gives true when all the conditions are true. Let us try some example. I want to test true and true. Now it will give true because all the conditions are true. AND operator gives false if either condition is false. Now you can see the output will be false. Now let us try in the example. First condition is 5 greater than 4. Second condition is 4 greater than 2. Now you can see these both conditions are true and the output will be true. If either condition is false, the output will be false with AND operator. Now you can see output is false. Next Boolean operator is OR. Let us try some example. This Boolean operator gives true if either condition is true. You can see output is true. If I change one array into false, it will again give true because there is one true condition. Now I will change the other value. Now you can see output will be false. The final Boolean operator is NOT operator. It will ignore the true or false conditions. Not true. You can see the output will be false. Again not false. You can see output will be true. Finally in this video, let us talk about types of assignment operators. The simplest type of assignment operator is equal sign. It will assign given element to a variable. Now this is the assignment operator. This operator will assign this value into x variable. Now you can see x equals 6. The next assignment operator is plus equal sign. This operator will add given value into existing value of variable. Now this operator will add 1 into the existing value of x. Now let us see the output. Now you can see 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. Now you can see 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. Next one is minus equal sign. This operator will subtract given value from existing value. Now in this case, it will subtract 2 from 6. Now you can see output will be 4. Next one is multiplication equal sign. This will multiply the existing value with the given value. Now in this case, it will multiply 6 with 2. Output will be 12. Final assignment operator is divide the equal sign. This will divide the existing value of variable with a given value. Now in this case, this will divide 6 by 2. Output will be 3. Now let us try in the example. X plus equal 1. Again, x plus equal 2. Now in this condition, this will add 1 to the existing value of 6, then the value of x will be 7. Now in this statement, it will add 2 to the 7. And the final output will be 9. Let us run the code. You can see the output will be 9.